Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. This is hopefully going to be another solid one with some more solid advancements in our glorious republic. I've been having, as I've said countless times, a wonderful time with this game, and I'm glad to see you guys have been as well. Just want to mention really quickly, I kicked off a new Let's Play just the other day on this channel. If you haven't checked it out, maybe give it a watch. It's Planet Zoo, so, you know, similar kind of planning and logistics management and stuff like that going on. You might enjoy it, and in fact, from it, there were some suggestions for Workers and Resources, actually, because I've been doing a lot of time-lapses for Planet Zoo, and some of you were suggesting maybe doing some time-lapsing for Workers and Resources as well, which, yeah, might be an option. I mean, let me know what you guys think about that. I do like, there's something about time-lapsing in Planet Zoo that is very different from Workers and Resources, because there is less to talk about in a time-lapse with Workers and Resources. It'll be like 30 minutes of me fiddling with like road placement and stuff, which I'd probably rather just edit out, I suppose. But definitely something for me to consider. I'm always looking at ways to improve these sessions and these playthroughs and whatnot, so keep leaving the feedback in the comments down below. And as always, if you've been enjoying this series, make sure you let me know by dropping a like and a comment down below as well. It really does help me make decisions for the channel. So far, it seems like y'all are enjoying this a lot, so hey, there's no reason for me to slow down or stop. I have seen your requests for maybe doing a live stream session, which is an interesting request. You know what? Everybody who's interested in a live stream session, leave a comment down below, or in your comment down below that you were planning on putting down anyway, just add, yes, I would like to see a live stream session as well, and if you'd rather not, then let me know in the negative, because the reason why I ask is, the last time I did something that was mainly, like, VODs, and then one episode was live stream as a special, a lot of people, I don't want to say were upset, but many people were just like, oh, I didn't like that because it didn't line up with my timing, and so I missed it live, and I don't like watching a 4-hour session because I'm not going to live stream for 1 hour. That's just kind of like a lame live stream, I think. So let me know, right? There's a lot of stuff for me to consider if I were to do that, so let me know you guys' thoughts down below. But I think that's enough of a, you know, intro ramble over here. Let's get started, right? So what are we going to do today? What are we going to do today? We've got, well, let's see our accomplishments first, right? We've got this system up and running. I saw the comment about some issues I'd left behind over here. I thought I fixed them, but I guess I did not. I need to get, Damn, I'm trying to remember. It was a confusing. It's not that the comment was confusing, but it's that this situation is confusing. It was something to do with the semaphores over here. I'm gonna see where the errors pop up, because in theory this should be working fine. Maybe I'm missing a semaphore in here. I think that's maybe what it was. So we'll get that down there to match with this thing, and that should do the trick, I think. We'll see. We'll see. But overall, we got this system up and running. It's been relatively smooth so far. Trams have been able to come up over here. There were a couple of issues, but I think we fixed them all up. And now workers are arriving at Ristinsky. We've got the processing plants basically all up and running at full capacity, though the iron mine maybe needs a bit more love and attention to it. I think, I mean, we got the split okay. There was a suggestion that I should maybe put down, like, the next residential section should actually be over here rather than over here, because if I put it down over here, we'd be able to work on our little kind of ring over here to connect to our main area. I mean, I could maybe, I'm trying to figure out how I want to do the ring. Like, I'd pull it up and around, go over the road, go up and around this way, go over the road that'll eventually extend this way, straight up, and then maybe split over here. Alternatively, I could go up and then connect to this and just make it a connection towards Trainreksky and Farminsky, and that way people from here will be taken to these two spots instead, while people from here will be taken to this area and that area. You know, I think we will need another residential section over here, and what we might do is we might build like a mirror of this, like get a couple of houses over here. One thing that always throws me off is like distances in games like this. Like how much of a distance is this? That's like 2 train lengths. But how big is a train, right? Like, what is this distance? I mean, I guess the game has measurement systems, right? I mean, let's see. Let's try and eye this out, right? if that's 185, I'm like using my fingers here. That's 195. Let's round this distance up to 200, right? So let's say that's about 200. This is about 400 meters from here to here. Like, do you want to be that close to a track? I mean, hell, you're already living close to the tracks. This isn't the best part of town, I suppose. So sure, you know what we can do is we can mirror this block over this way. Maybe make it a bit tighter. Keep people coming here for their meat and stuff. Make it a bit tighter, and I just want to make sure I don't fall under the same kind of issues that I'm falling under here. I'd like to test out my solutions here first, see how this stuff works. So we're gonna, this time I promise, we're actually gonna kick things off at double speed. We're gonna try and get this construction here done. We're gonna organize truck deliveries, see if we can solve the food and meat problem here first. And then we'll look at the next steps for residential areas. We definitely want to get this ring done. And we also want to focus on getting this done. Once this is done, we should be able to supply workers. Because, again, here's the thing, right? I might not actually pull these workers up to here or to here. I might just keep these workers coming up to here. Because if this residential block is able to supply enough workers for Trainwreck and for Farminski, then that's great. It might not be able to. I might need to bring a train up to Trainwreck at the very least. But we'll see. We'll see. There were some other suggestions as well. I'm trying to keep... I'm sort of blanking right now. I'm mixing up my my comments between this and Planet Zoo. There were some other comments as well. Some regarding moving passengers around. There was definitely one about how I've overplanted the bushes, but it looks like they're okay. They're growing. They might still grow well beyond the tracks, but I think they're fine for now. Let's go ahead and... 2.373 is our money right now. We're at 167 right now this year so far. We've made 216. It's not going to be as good as last year. No chance, but that's because we haven't been exporting as much. Oh, right, which reminds me. Right. I was apparently selling electronic components, which is not good. Why would I be doing that? Load 100% of anything. That's why. No, not anything. Just... the mechanical components. There we go. Thanks for that, because I was auto-purchasing, because I was exporting electronic components, I was auto-purchasing them as well, so I was making a net loss, and that I just hadn't noticed, so thanks for catching that. Like I said, I read all the comments, so I do appreciate the little pointers and stuff you guys leave behind. I did want to take a look at overall production and consumption, so hold on, what am I looking for? This, there we go. Yeah, this is cool. Iron ore, I think we've more or less completely... No, we haven't stopped it completely, but it's definitely dropped significantly. You look at September, 1469 tons, compared to October, which is almost over. Where are we? 109 tons. So a little bit here and there, but overall, we've solved this issue. Crops we're still importing. Let's go ahead and resume time in regular speed at first, and we'll double it down. I promise. I promise we'll double it down today. Just want to do a couple quick checks here. So we shouldn't be buying any more crops over here, hopefully. And over here, we're topped up on crops because, right, now we're dropping the crops off at the warehouse. Now, what can we can get rid of the alcohol, right? Add more storage space for other stuff. We do not need to store electronic components here. We do not need to store mechanical components here. Or electronics. There we go. Crops, chemicals, fabric... Ooh, does not need to be stored here either. And no clothes either. Cool, there we go. That's a much better overall spread of goods. And over here, we don't have limit, like amount limits, so fair enough. Fair enough. Buses are coming through, workers are coming through. I like this new bus stop. I think it's working better for us. It does have reach to the distillery as well, so that's good. Meat is being picked up. Again, I think my big issue with meat for the last session was that we had missed out on some... not shipments, but passengers being sent over to the slaughterhouse. The livestock farm, rather, sorry. And that slowed everything down. That slowed the whole chain down. But right now, we're at a better position. Again, more workers would be better, but can't really do that until this is all done. Right, I remember now. There was a suggestion that I should allow passengers, at least, to be brought over to this area so they can move in. I think once the roads are done, at the very least, I'll do one shipment of passengers. I don't think they have to physically move like that. I believe they just kind of teleport to a new destination if need be. But with that said, what is our population situation? We have so many people living with their parents still. It's not good. It's really not good. And 188 escapes. It's kind of gone up a little bit, I think. Lots of unemployment, but that's mainly because people aren't getting on their rides. Or aren't able to get on their rides. Looks like the trains are working smoothly. Looks like the trams are working smoothly. Smoothly-ish. Yeah, you're moving up there. You're moving down there. Yeah, okay, good. Just wanted to do a little quick check. How many people have you got? 46 workers. All right. Wow. Hey, look at that. You know what? That's good. That is a good number. You can't export. Why are we stuck in? Right, you're stuck in because you are topped up. I really should consider exporting iron. How much money could iron net us, actually? 32 per ton? Not a lot. I'd rather just have the delay and make it into steel or even mechanical components. Yeah, let's leave it at that. I do want to check one more thing before we speed up. Let's see, what else needs steel? I know we need some steel. Do we need a lot of steel? Because if we don't, well, I just need a touch here and there. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and get our exports up and running again. Let's get mechanical components factory. Yeah, you're topped up, so people will be coming here. Missing steel. That's probably because Buddy here is picking it all up. Load 30%, I think that's fine. The steel mill is emptied out, fair enough. Hopefully more workers are coming through. 117, all right. I do have to pick up the pace on steel production. We had a bit of a slowdown on the number of people that were coming here at any given time. I think when we had... We made some changes to layout over here. I think that affected things, and now we've got, of course, we've got the trams as well, pulling people away. So the times are changing, and I definitely need to counteract that. Maybe need to get the residential section up here first. Trying to figure out which residential sector needs to be done first. Also, to those of you that are wondering how people get back home after a day's work, they kind of just teleport. After their shift is over, they automatically teleport. Unless I'm mistaken. I'm like 80%, 80 to 90% sure that's what happens. Let's get you going to the customs house. Because right now we got a lot of people here. Let's go ahead and make that steel so they can be transferred here because we have a lot of people here as well. I'd like to get some mechanical components completed. And what's your deal over here? You're picking up some components, I should hope? Very slowly. Doesn't seem to be the case. It's a weird thing with mechanical components where I can't tell. No. You've got to be picking it up, but it doesn't tick over there. Operating without issues. Alright, let's get you going. What's going on here? Oh, you know what? It's because we've got a truck here, I bet. I bet we've got a truck here. No, I don't see any trucks or anything. All the trucks would be over here. Weird. Oh, this is not good. Okay, let's see. Operating without issues. We've got power. All the resources are coming through. Steel. What's wrong with steel? Steel isn't coming through. Is it because the truck's picking steel up over here? No. Is it because our train is back already? No. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. It was a steel production thing. That was weird because we had people here. I guess we just didn't have enough people to do it quickly enough. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, see, this is becoming a bit of a thing. We need, Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and lay this track out over here. And then we're going to go ahead and build some of the residential stuff over there. Hopefully that'll work okay. I'm almost wondering if I want to do this connection over here that I was talking about, because that way construction, like rail construction vehicles can use whatever track they need to get down to this area. Because what we'll do is electrified railway. Let's just plan this out first, right? Too steep. There we go. Flatten you out over here. Right? Something like that. And again, we're just planning for now. We're just planning for now. Something like that, and then keep you going straight. Let's go ahead and get that wireframe up. I should have got it up before the... Yeah, exactly. Thought as much. this doesn't end up straight. And while I'm not going for, you know, super grid-like look and feel and whatnot, I would like it to be somewhat organized looking. There we go, that looks about right. Let's get you, buddy, over to here. There we go. All right, cool. And we get a straight path over to about here, I'd say. Same with you, over about here. Okay, and then we can rotate up. Get you to about that line over there. Right? Is that straight? That looks straight. Cool, and we'll get you up to there. Alright, and then we can use huge straight path over here. Try and stay... Alright, hold on. Let's try and keep this... There we go. Use that W key. Flatten this up. There we go. And then let's get this pulled up this way as well. Right, so now we could do something like this. Let's see, let's try and plan this out. So I could do something like this, and then probably do the junction over here. Right? Oh, that does not look neat. Looks hideous. Alright, let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. Come on. Like, line it up to here, I guess. And then tie it in. There we go. That looks better, I think. Right, so we got you going that way. Right side sticks to right side. Yeah. And then on the way back, I mean, this entire section is a two-way up until there. I wonder if I make this into a two-way section as well, or I just do... We do this, and then we do... Semaphores in the way. Okay, fair enough. So we'd have to get rid of these. I mean, we can nudge them up a little bit, right? We can do... that. Get rid of these two. Hopefully that doesn't break everything. And then this could connect back up over here. Come on, train. There we go. Get rid of this section as well, because I'd like it to line up a bit more nicely than it has. There we go, and there we go. Cool. So you know what? That could be nice. Now, yes, there's a bit of a jank there, but I think that's an acceptable jank. It's like intentional, just so we have a smoother curve this way, and then you kind of pop in there, and then depending on how you need to be, you know, transferred over, you find your track, and you end up here, drop people off, and you move on. Okay, I like that, I think. I like that. And I could make this a T-junction. If I wanted to, right, we could pull up from over here. We could make this a T-junction. But I don't think I want to. Right, this isn't a ring in a classic sense, right? This is, that's pretty cool, actually. It's a nice loop, but it's not a ring. It's not a ring. Do we want to make it a ring? Trying to figure out, because the original suggestion and recommendation was to do a ring, which again we could still do. And again, the junction doesn't have to be all the way back here either. It doesn't have to come up from over here. It could pop up from over here, right? We could do something like this. Actually, looks kind of neat. Like, I wouldn't mind a connection like that, and then this would loop around, obviously, to the farther one. And that way, if anything does have to pull back, it would kind of come up to here, loop back, and go this way. The other option, I don't think we have enough room under... Yeah, we cannot go under the bridge anywhere but here. So the other option is, yes, we'd have to find a way to connect over to here, which, again, not the end of the world. I'm just wondering if we should do that. Now, one thing we should definitely do is get rid of you. There we go. Sorry, it was just bothering me. You guys know how this stuff bothers me. Almost broke this railroad here. There we go. There we go. That just feels a lot better. Okay, now, what's the... Okay, pretty happy with this. Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at this plan. Now let's go ahead and double speed it. Leave it at this plan. Then let's go ahead and focus on the residential expansion over here, because I do think it is necessary. Need more people coming up to here especially. Good numbers right now. Missing resources, steel. Maybe I should not do 30%. Maybe I should not do 30%. Because the mechanical components makes us... they make us so much more money. They make us so much more money. A hard balancing act. That's almost the downside of having factory connections. Almost. Almost. Now what's the deal over here? Are we still getting construction done here at a decent rate? These roads still need some work. Looks like some people are being dropped off. This bus stop, you know, I should maybe relieve some of the pressure on that bus stop. Get people dropping off over here as well. Because this bus stop services, there's a fair bit of overlap, let's put it that way. There's a fair bit of overlap. And I could get some people working on the chemical plant now as well. Which I wouldn't mind, honestly. I wish I had a meat storage in this area. I mean, I could do, but then I wouldn't be able to connect it to this unless I rejig this entire space. I don't know how I feel about that. Don't know how I feel about that. Where's our construction office? What are you up to? Oh, there's so much road and stuff to build. Trainwrecksky and Veterinkagrad. Which oh, right. Forgot. There's all this unfinished road over here. Of course. Of course. It's okay. This work is progressing pretty nicely. I'm hoping once all that's done, we'll have a better situation for people's food and stuff. On which topic? Where's the food here? Coming through, I think. Nope, that's clothes. We need food. Maybe I should make food deliveries happen more often. It's funny how slowly meat's actually being taken. I wish you could tell... I mean, I guess I could tell one truck to wait until unloaded and the other to not. I wish you could say, like, hey, if there's a different meat... If there's another vehicle in the same area delivering the same good, then don't wait. Okay, where is... Where are you, buddy? You're loading up still. You're loading up as well. Why are you so slow to load? Because there is no food here right now? Because there is no food here right now. Okay, we are out of crops here. Which isn't good. When you come through, crops come through. Yep. I see. So crops aren't delivered from the grain storage down to here. They don't get pulled through the train. Okay, fair enough. That's not the end of the world. Because what we can do is we can get a truck, much like this one, picking up some grain and dropping it off there. Not a problem. I'm not too fussed about that. So let's go ahead and... when did I send you back? Oh, right. This is the bus that used to go to Rustinsky. Let's go ahead and purchase a covered hull. I like how this one looks. I'm not going to lie. That influences a lot of my decision-making. Even in real life, it influences a lot of my decision-making. Can't help it. There's just like one brand of olive oil that I buy specifically because their packaging is better than competitors' packaging. Makes a difference. Alright. So this will definitely help keep the food production up. It's a pretty quick path as well. You kind of go around this loop down to here. Trying to figure out how smoothly this will work because of that bus stop, right? I didn't realize the bus stop will slow people down that much. All that to deliver like 5 people. Yeah, look at that. Look at those buses, right? What are we looking at? Mostly full, mostly full, mostly full. Everything is like mostly full. What I could do is I could kind of build like a custom bus stop. I could have a little step up over here, have another bus stop up there, or another one over here. Like, we're able to smooth out the flow a little bit more, I think. Which should be good and helpful. And each truck delivery of crops produces a fair bit of food, it looks like, so that's good. Off you go. You're waiting. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. Well, at least food is getting prepared quickly. At least like it's at maximum productivity. Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I'm trying to nip these issues in the bud before we go too far ahead of ourselves, because we've kind of been doing that for the last little while, and people are starving. And again, I could just buy food. I'm trying to avoid that. I mean, I could buy food right now, but I need to stress test the reduced, I need to stress test, like, in a intense situation, the numbers I need, right? If I'm already paying for... If all the stores already have a ton of food, then I don't have to deliver as much, and it creates different degrees of bottlenecking and whatnot, a different type of bottlenecking, I suppose. So I just have to be wary of that. Now, there was the warehouse that we were thinking of bringing in. Oh, interesting. I never noticed the train stop back here, but I guess that's why we've never had a jam over here since. But yeah, sorry, as I was saying, I was thinking of putting a warehouse down where we could store food and, what's the other thing? Food and alcohol. And that way, vehicles don't have to go... So, it would basically be, vehicles go down to here, pick up food and alcohol, drop it off at the warehouse over here, and then from the warehouse over here, maybe taking some back roads, the vehicles can pull up and go down this way and distribute. I think that's probably a good idea. Keep the warehouse a little out of the way as well. What I could do is I could position it in a way that it could attach to this track over here if I wanted it to. So, like, we could put the warehouse down over here. It's a long, long trip. Right, you'd have to cross down over here and over, drop at the warehouse, and then vehicles would pick up at the warehouse, come down, and distribute as needed. Might not be a terrible idea, because then we don't get the traffic jams over here. Or we could also distribute from multiple spots, right? Some trucks could come all the way to here. Some could go only to the middle ground warehouse. There's a few ways to slice this cake, basically. How's this going? Almost done? Now let's see if people actually move in here or not. Well, hopefully some of these things get prioritized. You know what? I might just pay for this. Go ahead and do it. And that way we can at least get some of this construction work going. We need to get this stuff done. Passengers waiting over here. We need to get some of this stuff done quickly. And I think I should maybe just commission this. Let's also plan out our next residential section here. Right, so it would we just extend this a little bit. Yeah, see, I wish. All right, let's figure this out. If my tracks were to connect, we go down to there, eh? Right side to right side. Left side to left side. Okay. Kind of messy, but that's what it would be. And the reason why I'm putting that down is so that when I'm planning this section, I can plan it accordingly. Okay. I'm gonna try and match this line here. It's this line over here. Try and smooth this out a little bit. Rather not have Plateau City continue. Slightly messy, but, you know, it gets us to the right latitude, I suppose we'll call it. It looks straight enough. No, it does not. It most certainly does not. Back here. This is the road we want. Yep. Now it's slightly off. I'm going to try and fix that. Edge right there. There we go. And then this can connect like so. Cool. Yeah, that feels good. And then we'll get, I mean, this is relatively smooth actually back over here. We could smooth it out a bit more, like you can see the reds and whatnot. So we could level to the white, I think is the lowest. Can't really tell right now. So we're going to wait until the sun comes up, but we should be able to flatten this all out. Get a nice little kind of downward ramp and upward ramp if you're going the other way, obviously, over here. Get some housing over here and over here. And then we'll do the schools and stuff like that over here. I think that's the plan there. Okay, let me just do a quick look around again, just to make sure nothing's broken, everything's flowing smoothly. Looks like a yes. Looks like we're making food, we're getting crops, you're picking up food to export. Yeah, that's fine. Workers are coming through okay. That was a good delivery of people, I think. I wish I should maybe do like a sidewalk connection over here so it's easier. Okay, we're good, we're good. Any progress down here? No progress down here. Why no progress down here? Construction officers are not assigned. What are you guys up to? Unfinished roads. All these unfinished roads. And then the cargo station and stuff down over here. Fair enough, I guess. I mean, see, the thing is, we're getting meat storage. We're getting a meat storage and a cargo station down here. So I almost wonder if we need that warehouse up over here. Because maybe we can just overload this one by enough that we can use that as a central delivery point for, you know, this one and the one that's going to go down over here. Maybe. I have my doubts because we have that factory connection. But I want to test that out before we invest in a warehouse up over here. I think that sounds reasonable to me. Again, let me know in the comments. I'm always open to your feedback and whatnot and your thoughts, so let me know in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and hit play for the next little bit. Oh, hey, it's my birthday. A little early, but, you know, the day's right. I wanted to check our financial situation. Last month, we ended up making some money. That's good. So November was profitable. We imported what? Some quarried stone, some iron, really? Really? The hell for? I guess as production has gone up, we haven't been able to keep up. Look at that, though. Trams are doing their job. You're good, you're good. Missing iron ore. How are you missing iron ore? Because it's all flowing up to here? Wow. Even with almost a topped up mine, we're not able to produce enough. Damn. I knew that was going to be a problem. I knew 4 was probably too much. I mean, we could always still import, right? Because we're bringing workers over here, so we could always import just a little bit. It's not that expensive. I'd rather be importing iron ore than iron, right? So let's go ahead and get the auto purchase plans up here. No worker sits idly here, please, and thank you. Now that should be able to overload our... Yes. Outperform the workers. It's because we're not topped up right now. Oh, do we have an issue here? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What's everybody waiting for? Is it because of this unfinished track? I know that can sometimes cause issues. Yep, see? And I hate that it does that. It's like that should not have been considered finished track for obvious reasons. Glad I checked. Now you're empty. Goddamn. Well, let's flip you back then. Well, I guess I can't right now. You have to do your loop. Okay, not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Alright, fair enough. Oh, that's so pretty, actually. Seeing them transfer like that. Ah, so happy with this section. Alright, sorry. Get distracted. So I'm going to recreate these residential blocks. I like the uniformity of this area, I suppose. You know, the schools and the stuff are going to probably end up too far. Probably have to do more schools and hospitals and whatnot. The hospital actually should be fine. The school and kindergarten for sure. Sports for sure. Unable to visit the hospital. Ah, you're too far away, eh? Alright, so maybe if we do get a hospital down here, it'll be good. There's some good lakeside living over here to be had. There will be a bridge going across this way eventually. Train tracks. So gotta keep that in mind. Residential building, let's go. So what type of building are you? Not that. That is definitely not the right one. You are the right one. You want to put more of these down? 179 workers. This is 189. Hold on now. Oh, quality is different. I see. Quality of flats. Ah, that's why you can fit more people in the same... Gotcha. Well, let's go with 179. Oh, you know what? I think they are visually different as well. Look at the fronts. I remember this. Yeah, they are visually different. So look at the fronts, right? They are different. Well, let's go with this one then. And how are we going to do this? First, I think we should flatten the terrain a little bit. I wish you could turn off auto building roads. Guaranteed you can, I just haven't done it. Let's go ahead and flatten. How much of this area? Quite a bit of it, I suppose. Go ahead and flatten you. Or, I mean, we can do it the other way, of course, which is the roadway. What I don't like about the roadway is, yeah, sometimes it just doesn't do it. And sometimes it'll go the wrong way. Yeah, see, it'll lift it. Alright, let's do it the standard way first. Get it to a happy middle ground, because I do like what we're looking at over here. I'd like to get it to that height. There we go. There we go, and we'll take it all the way to the back. The other thing that was requested of me was that I should start putting down some more, like, greenery and stuff. Wholeheartedly agree. We should get some more trees and bushes and whatnot, in residential areas specifically. So, yes, we should definitely do that. No, don't pull it down, pull it up. God damn it, come on. There we go. There we go. Nope. Game. Mind of its own. No, oh god. Okay. Trying to be clever with my shortcuts here, just paying the price for it. The ultimate price. Time. Isn't it, though? Right, let's keep flattening. Let's go ahead and use some buildings, because buildings do the same thing. Buildings do the same thing, so we can definitely drop you down, and flatten this a little bit. Get pretty tight quarters over here. There we go. Steep drop. Those sidewalks are going to be useless. Do I like that? Do I like this cliff face that babies can just kind of like jump off of? Yeah, don't use those back. No, you know what? I don't like that. I hope I'm able to smooth this out properly. Nope, most certainly not. Alright, well, too late now. Nothing to be done about that. Just embrace the situation. We'll put some trees down or something. There we go. Cool, so you'd fit over there. Yeah, go ahead and lift you up. Using buildings, blueprints to flatten terrain. It's the Soviet way. Yeah, let's go ahead and lift you up as well. I think that's about the extent that I'd go. Even, maybe not even that far, actually, if I'm completely honest. Yeah, I think that's the farthest I would go. I'd probably actually end, like, closer to here. Probably. So let's go ahead and flatten up to this. I mean, it doesn't hurt to go a little bit further, just in case. I don't know. God damn it. Thank God I was an auto building. I'm gonna flatten here. There we go. There we go. There we go. And I'm glad we checked first that the tracks can actually fit. Because I will probably eventually want to do that connection I was talking about. Up by the 4-track station. I think it's just a good idea. And yes, I am flattening everything to that ungodly level. Now that I've already committed to one part of it, I want to make sure it is flat. Just so that we can fit, you know, all the buildings we need. From schools to groceries to, you know, whatever it might be. Go a little bit further. Yeah, we can. I think that's the limit. Cool. Nothing like living next to a cliff face. I mean, let's be honest, right? People pay top dollar to live on a cliff face. It's true. This is just high-tier living. This is just high-class living, okay? Wait, sorry. No, not high-class living. You know, yes, it is. It is high-class living. But because we don't have that kind of a formal class structure, everyone is high-class living. By Western standards. Just to, you know, just to explain it to our capitalist viewers. God. I'm joking for the record. Alright, let's go ahead. Flatten you up there. I think we're almost done with this flattening operation. There we go. There we go. A little bit more here and there. Watch, once the sun comes up, I'll just be like, wow, this is hideous. The price I pay for my high-class living comments. Alright, it's karma coming to bite me. This is good. This is good. I'll probably want... You know what? Something I'd probably want to do is get the sidewalk coming down this way. So we might want to actually smooth this out a bit more. Because I do think I'd want the sidewalk, yeah, coming down this way. Why is it green? Why would it let me build that? What? Game, I need you to stop me so I can use this to smooth the terrain. God damn it. Okay, 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 okay. We got this, we got this. There we go. I mean, just because the game lets me do something doesn't mean I will, right? Like, sometimes, like, people... This I'm fine with, because people aren't going to be walking up and down that, but... People are going to be walking up and down this, so I want to make sure it actually looks like it works. Like, yeah, is it a steep walk? Maybe, but, you know. I've done steeper. A little bit more. There we go. There we go. That looks a lot more reasonable. That looks a lot more reasonable. Cool. I just want to make sure people are actually able to come down here and enjoy the facilities, especially like some of these people, right? They'll need access to the hospitals and stuff in this area. All right, any more blockages right now? No, it looks like we're moving smoothly. Tram is waiting for this thing to come through, I think. Yep, now you're gonna go through. Why are you waiting back all the way over here? This is the chain? I guess the chain is checking the situation on that. I put the chain in there because of this junction. Should be able to do that. Let's try it. Let's keep an eye out on it at least. Alright, financially we're looking good. Missing resources, steel. That's because the train's picking it up. Fair enough. How's our construction going on over here? At a standstill. Fantastic. My favorite kind of progress. No progress. People are not moving in over here. Maybe I do need to move people through a passenger train or something. You're topped up. I need to get people working on some of these factories over here. Alright, you know what? The next bus that comes through, we're going to tell it to drop people off over here. Actually, no. First, I'm going to upgrade this road. I'm just going to pay for it. Trying to figure out what kind of road I want it to be. Sure, let's go with this. Yep. How expensive could it be? Whatever. 11K is not that much. We've got a lot of money. In fact, we might... I don't know if we'll hit 11 million. I don't know if we'll hit 3 million this session, but we're very close to it. Very close to it. Alright, so this is done. So now, where is our next bus that's coming over? You with your 55 workers, and you with your 21 workers. Let's go ahead and go to that stop. Cool, let's see how this works. Oh, you're actually gonna... What? No. Back. That's not what I meant. Damn it, I wanted to see how they transitioned. And then you... Let's go ahead and add... you to here. What's the deal here? Oh, okay, we're not getting any workers in here. That's the deal here. I was like, why are we... What's the problem? Alright, that's the problem. We haven't asked for workers. So now, hopefully, when this bus comes down over here with all of its 21 people, some will go to the woodcutting post where they're no longer needed. And most will go to the chemical plant. I want to make sure they can make their journeys over, or don't get hit by that truck now. Okay, good. Just split off over here. Yep. Woodcutting post, of course, can't do any work, but once this chemical plant starts taking some of that wood and using it, we'll be in a better place. There we go, people have arrived. It's about time we started this. The chemicals are produced extremely slowly. Extremely slowly, but as we pick up the pace... Keep going, keep going. No, damn it, I missed it. Oh, no, I didn't. Cool, let's do that. Where are you? Excellent. This will be good. We just got to make sure that we don't reduce our productivity elsewhere. This is good, I like this. I like this. Yeah, wood cutting is being done because it's needed again, I assume. No, no, it's not. I guess it is. I guess this thing can pull some wood now. Bunch of people coming through. I mean, I'm happy enough with where this bus stop is, I suppose. Could have been a bit closer to cut down on some of this travel time, but what are you gonna do? I do like how sharp that turn is. Alright, you're gonna top up now, right? More or less. There you go. Chemicals are being made. They're not being pulled here yet. I assume there's like a minimum amount. I assume there's a minimum amount that needs to be made before it gets pulled. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, back to this planning over here. So, got our cliff face. We've got this path over here. Residential buildings. I'd rather not build these right away. I would like to be able to plan them first. Do I do a road down this way first, or do I do the buildings right up against it? I think the buildings right up against it is the way to go. And I can go right down to here, and we're not going to build all those roads. Come on. Come on. Don't. Why you gotta do this, game? Why you gotta do this? I want the central road to be straight, but it just refuses. Unless I nudge all the way down to here. Okay, fine. Fine. Have it that way. Hold on. God damn it. There we go. Okay, interesting. It's our coal power plant that's on fire. That's a bit of a problem. Is a fire truck coming right now? That looks like a yes. Cool. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. Because we have no power right now, so if you could just hurry up. We could just shut this down. Please and thank you. Where's a fire truck? Where'd you go? Fire truck? I don't see the fire truck. This is a bad fire. This is not good for us. This is disaster right now. This needs to be taken care of ASAP. This is putting everything on hold. You know, decent smoke effects. But for real though, where's the fire truck? Oh, okay, it's just in there, I guess. Fair enough. Okay, another truck is coming through, good. I guess it's a pretty, yeah, it's gotta be a pretty big fire. There we go, there's the other fire truck. Cool. That's gotta shut it down. Beautiful. Fire extinguished, alright. That's been the first fire I've actually been a little worried about because that's a major building that we can't afford to lose. Alright, cool. So that's all fixed. Back to the topic at hand. So, residential, you. Alright, so let's go ahead. Find a way to make the middle straight. That seems like it. Well, gotta go a little bit further. There. That. Suspend construction, please. Let's go ahead and get rid of you. Yep. Let's get rid of you. Yep. Suspend your construction. And you as well. I'll get all this done later. Now, when vehicles can't reach, it automatically kind of suspends their construction, I guess, but I just want to make sure it doesn't get assigned. And the rest of this I can plan without worry, I think. Trolley buses? Nah. Actually. Trying to figure it out. Do I want to? Because then I have to build a whole depot and everything. Nah, let's not. I said previously I want to say the trolley buses for our next city. I think I'm going to stick to that statement. I'm going to stick to that, I think. Alright. So you're fine over here. You're going to continue onwards. I want to make sure this is actually. Yeah, it is. Okay. Get the wireframe up. Get you continuing. Like so. Over to say here. For now. Over here, we're going to split down. No, over here, I guess we're going to split down. All the way down to say about here. Make sure this is straight. Yeah, that looks right. All right, cool. So we've got one house over there. What I could do is, let's see. Again, just kind of in planning phase right now, right? I could do another house. I'm almost tempted to put the houses just over here, like on this side. On this side, 1, 2, 3, and on this side have all the amenities. Put the hospital on this side so people can reach. But also do the opposite. I mean, people will be able to reach. Put another block down over here. Just keep the symmetry up. I wish I saw exactly where I put the thing down. Gotta be like that. Okay, this is probably this grid. And whenever the road lets me fit. Damn. Come on, baby. Come on. Okay, fair enough. Gotta pull it that far back. I guess I gotta pull it that far back. Okay. Oh yeah, that looks right. Okay, cool. Go ahead and get rid of you. Go ahead and get rid of you. You know, I didn't need to suspend all this construction. I could have just suspended this construction and that would have stopped everything. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. And I should have actually made this all mud roads, now that I think about it. Well, let's go ahead and demolish you. And we will make you a mud road. Everything else, I don't mind if we build right away. But this, yeah, we'll make a mud road right down the middle here. Cool. That way, road gets built first. Then we work on this residential block. Or not block, but building. Road continues to get built, then we work on this one, but at the same time we're able to work on the other residential units and amenities and stuff over here. So I think that's a good overall layout. I'm gonna take a second here, make sure nothing's jammed up, because we did make some adjustments. So this tram is currently waiting, because I imagine... Where's the other tram? Y'all are both stuck over here. Okay, fair enough. What if I... Okay, fair enough. Go ahead and cancel you. Glad I checked. Glad I checked. Let's go back to what we were doing earlier. Yeah, it was a wasted trip. It's gonna cost me. Probably a fair bit as well. It's not gonna cost me anything. We got more than enough iron. God damn. 100K this year so far has been, you know what, 500,000, not bad. Not a whole million, but 500,000 isn't bad considering where we were just 2 months ago, right? Considering where we were just 2 months ago, that is not half bad. Not half bad. Now, what's the deal over here? You're empty. 5 people living across here. Again, I guess I'm kind of waiting for some of these amenities to get done. Chemicals are being stored over here, yes, excellent. And they're hopefully being pulled up over here as needed to make fabric. And the fabric comes down here to make clothes, except for when there is a truck, like there is now, picking up the fabric, to drop it off at this warehouse, where it gets picked up by one of the trains to export. Okay. I actually want to check, in terms of our exports, how are we doing? Fabric is making us some decent money. Clothes is back to making us, well, that was actually quite pitiful for December. Last month was better. Still not great. Okay, I'm definitely glad I remembered to check power. Power will be fine. Bricks are okay, making us some money. Cement's making us some money. Mechanical components made us the bulk of our money. Well, actually, no. That was steel. Steel made the bulk of our money. Okay, just keeping an eye on our numbers here a little bit. Just want to see what's good and what's not, basically. In fact, let me just pause for a second, because I want to see these numbers here. So this year... I mean, power last year wasn't a thing, really, because I forgot it for half the year, I think. Clothes was... I wish this was in... I wish you could order it by something. Steel was our biggest moneymaker. Steel this year we've hardly been exporting, but still quite the moneymaker. Wood, crops, chemicals, and plastics. None of these are being exported anymore. They weren't exported last year either. Why do they register this year? Then that's kind of weird. Meat, I think we've stopped exporting. Food, 906 tons. Just trying to keep track of drops. Like alcohol, we aren't exporting as much. Mechanical components have gone up. That's fair. I mean, the more, like, the way I consider it is, like, there's, like, what should I call it? Raw resources, basic products, and complex products. Let's call it that, right? Raw resources, I want to minimize our exports of raw resources. I don't want to be exporting iron ore. I mean, I can if I have surplus. I can, obviously, but that's not... I don't want that to be our primary export. Basic goods or products or whatever, I'm happy to export them still. That's stuff like food, alcohol, that's all basic stuff. Fabric. Then there's the advanced stuff. That's clothes, that's mechanical components, it's steel, eventually cars, plastics. That's the kind of stuff I want to be dealing with. Because that's the kind of stuff that makes you the big bucks, you know? I mean, I guess you can't export... Cars, it doesn't show the price over here. If I recall correctly, you are able to export cars if you make them. But yeah, like mechanical components, they make you a lot of money. Electronics, I want to get there at some point. Clothes, right? Those are the big money makers. I gotta get oil as well, because you can export a lot of it at once. It's almost time to get that second city going. Anyway, sorry. Back onto this. The sun's been up for a while now. Got myself distracted there. So, residential buildings. See, if I put them down on this side, people will be able to travel to that train station without any issue. Is my big draw, I guess, to that decision. If I do something like this, I guess. It'd be like 1. Why do you do this game? 2. Get rid of these because they weren't lined up. Come on. Want to make sure it's green all around before I put it down this time. Ah, see, it's just slightly off. Slightly off. There we go. That means the road's not straight, I suppose. Which is crazy because it definitely looks straight. Nah, I guess it's a little off. What? Okay. Whatever works for you, game. There we go. Alright. Yeah, it's definitely not straight. God damn. Let's see. Really eyeballing it here. I guess that's about right. If that doesn't work, it's okay. Then I'll stick to it being slightly off. And I guess that's alright. Okay, cool. Might be the best we can do. Residential buildings. Let's go ahead and get you guys over here. Here, like so. And then you should be able to, hopefully. Okay. Let's drop you down here. A little bit further, maybe? Or a little bit further in. I'll drop it down over here. Okay. And then we get closer. Yeah, I'd like to be closer. Easier for walking, right? There we go. Like walking to the train station. And I could fit a third one down here, I think. But I think I'd rather put them down over here. Because what I can do is I can do buildings on this side along this road. And then have amenities behind that set of buildings. Over here, I'd like to get the hospital, I think. Like, let's see. Where is our equipment, I think? Hospital. Yeah. Big hospital. I could instead do the small hospital. Though this is like the city center. Ish. It's not the part of town where, I mean, you know what? We could just do a clinic instead. There are clinics in the middle of cities as well, right? Like, let's be real here. There are clinics. So let's go ahead and find a nice clinic from our mods. There are so many mods. Small clinic. There we go. Yeah, it takes about the same space, but I think it's just it fits the bill a bit more, you know? Like, you gotta have some variety and stuff going on. So yeah, we could do something like this, and then we have the footpath to the bottom where we can connect to this area up over here. I could put this down over here as well. Frees up some space over here for some other stuff. Makes us a little bit farther from these guys, but not the end of the world. Let's see, actually. Let me just check. Are these guys able to reach the hospital? They are not. They are not. They won't be able to reach this new one either, I don't think. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, the other option is to put a hospital up over here, but then we probably exclude the people down over here. Listen. People can walk, okay? People can walk. Got a small clinic down over here. You know what? The amount of traffic it's gonna get, we should probably just get a regular hospital down over here. Regular hospital, regular school, or regular... if I get a road back over here, I wonder if I can fit... Nah, I won't be able to fit a kindergarten or anything back there. Probably not. So it'll probably have to be like school, kindergarten, hospital, like we've got over here. Except the road's facing, you know, this will be a T-junction. And do that. And that way we'll get a lot of people living over here, a lot more people living over here, using these trains to come up, supply workers to this area, where we're getting a fair number, actually. And to this area, where we need a fair number more. And hopefully, eventually, this will get done. And people will start living here. I think it's just because there's so many resources are being diverted to this section right now. Like, honestly, this road doesn't need to be built. Want to make sure I don't demolish something by mistake. Yeah, let's stay focused here, right? Need a bit of steel. Maybe I just reduce my steel exports again for a moment, just so we can get the stuff done. Going. Do not load anything. And over here, oh my god, we're producing those mechanical components faster than we can export them. It's just dragging all of our steel away is the thing. Drop it right down. I need to finish these constructions. There we go. So now we're making some mechanical components, but we are storing up some steel as well. We gotta finish these buildings. And the bushes are actually looking okay. Thankfully, they can't actually catch fire. They're looking okay. They haven't overgrown too much. But yeah, I need this thing done. At least the meat storage is done, so that's good. Maybe we should organize that ASAP. It looks like people are moving through across the board here. Yeah. Decent worker counts. Can't export meat. I'm guessing that's probably because right now... No, where are those trucks? Where are the refrigeration trucks? You're carrying meat, and... You are not carrying meat. So where are you headed? You're headed over right now. Okay, cool. Well, hey, I guess this is a good problem to have. I should definitely get a truck. There we go. One's picking up the meat right now. Picking up some meat right now, at least. No, you're topped up. Alright, what we definitely need to do is we need to get... this being used as a storage hub. And maybe I get to work on this track as well, so that these trains... Oof, look at that. I mean, it does drop people off up there, and then go to Farminsky, but we could change that around a little bit. Anyway, folks, lots of work to do, but we're going to reserve that for next time. This is where we're going to call it a session. As the 1977 dawns on us, we will hopefully make a lot more money this year than we made last year. Last year we made 500K. Not bad, not bad. But this year I'm gunning for a milli. Let's go for it, right? Let's go for it. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this session. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. You keep us alive and running smoothly. I greatly appreciate it. And of course, a big ol' thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, до свидания.